the score of King Urban's upset. If you had to guess, what would be the score if King Urban is going to upset the Bills?
Yeah.
It's either going to be 6-9 or it's going to be 69-0. 69-0 seemed a little bit out of the ballpark.
Yeah.
But 6-9 in a incredibly boring, honestly trash game of football.
Yes.
I did not enjoy this game.
Very true.
But I did enjoy King Urban getting the dub. Holy shit. Is this scoregami, chat? Do you guys know this scoregami? Has there ever been a score in NFL history that was 6-9 previously? I'm sure there has been, but it's just sad, honestly. This is how some of my Madden games used to go. In like Madden 20, when it was like, not Madden 20, Madden 19, when it was like full-fledged defense. This is how Madden games would look, dude. Josh Allen is better than Josh Allen. He's just better.
100%.
This Josh Allen was 31-47, 264 yards, 5 for 50 on carries, so that's good. But, dude, I gotta say, the Diggs connection has not been there the same way it had. He's still had a solid game, but the Diggs connection that they had last year is just not there this year. I don't know why, but, dude, he's been throwing to virtually everybody better than Diggs. And I know that pretty well because of my fantasy team, but, yeah, it's pretty sad. Cole Beasley, 8 receptions, Singletary, 7. Damn. They just couldn't. Dude, if you can't get Pater against the Jaguars, how can I call you a Super Bowl contender? I still want to call the Bills a Super Bowl contender. All good teams will have bad games. People always have bad games. But this was just a catastrophic L.
Big L for the offense.
Chat, do you guys know anything about the Trevor Lawrence injury? Calm down. It's called a trap game. I know what a trap game is. Bills Jaguars is not a trap game. MSU versus Purdue is a trap game. Okay. Yeah. This is an upset. This is a total upset. Most people would put the Jaguars as a bottom 5 team in the NFL and the Bills as a top 5. This is not a trap game. This should have been a blowout for the Bills. I think the line on this game was 14.5. Vegas had the Bills winning by more than 14.5. That is more than 2 touchdowns. This ain't no trap game, baby. Sad game. But you know what? I'm so happy for King Urban. Chat, hey, members, if you could please just spam the King Urban emoji right now. I need it. We need that shit. I mean, I figure if you're going to upset the Bills as the Jaguars, it probably was going to be in a score like this. The under kind of had to hit. There's no way the Jaguars were going to outscore the Bills if it was a slug out.
Urban's currently at the bars, so right fucking now.
Hey, look at King Urban.
Yeah.
You know Urban's in the bars right now. I fucking love you, Urban. I love you.
We need to get
and
him
dude,
on.
have you seen this thing about the Monday Night Madden curse?
Uh-uh.
Monday Night Manning curse, my bad, not
Manning?
the Madden curse. Every player who has showed up on the Monday Night Manning broadcast has proceeded to lose their next game.
Really?
Is this hilarious? There's always like some random shit like this. Kelsey in week 1 loses. So Kelsey is on the show in week 1, loses in week 2. Russell Westbrook. I'm having a stroke. I'm hungover, guys. I'm sorry. Russell Wilson was on in week 1, loses in week 2.
Yep.
Gronk week 2, loses in week 3. Stafford in week 3, loses in week 4. Brady's on in week 7, loses in week 8. Josh Allen is on in week 8 and loses in week 9.
Holy shit.
So I don't know who's going to be on the Manning show next, but we should just figure out who's on it and then just bet against them.
Yeah.
Like, dude, if you bet $100 on the Jags this game, you would have won like, I think $2,000.
Holy shit.
Isn't that crazy? The line was like plus 2,000, I think. It was ridiculous. But yeah, all right. So as long as we're looking at like the super weird games, because this is another weird week NFL. Bills, Jaguars, insane. I'm so happy for Urban. I hope he's in a bar right now getting blasted.
Yeah.
Broncos, Cowboys. Cowboys?
That's a weird one, dude.
Oh my God, bro. And by the way, just for shits and gigs, if we can look at Packers Chiefs real quick.
Yeah.
I know that Jordan Love played and the Chiefs have been looking like super hot ass, but bro, doesn't this score look like basically what the first quarter should look like? Like last year, if you said Packers and Chiefs are playing next year, what's going to be the score?
I thought it would be a slugfest.
I would have been like 42-35.
Yeah.
7-13?
Low scoring, dude.
Jordan Love, I mean, is just Jordan Love. But the Chiefs are really not getting it. The Chiefs barely beat the Packers without Aaron Rodgers, and they barely beat the Giants. And that speaks about itself. All right, I want to look at the stats in this. Sorry, boys. We were driving back from Purdue, so we didn't get to watch the entirety of a lot of these games. But I do want to look at this Broncos Cowboys. I will say everyone has got to be so pumped. Everyone who's not a Cowboys fan is so pumped that Trayvon Diggs got burnt. He got absolutely torched.
Already seen that.
And people are such big. Yeah, I've been seeing a lot of shit like this. Cowboys fall to 4-9 all time versus the Broncos. Damn, that was pretty solid. That's actually. Oh yeah, I guess the Broncos have been fucking nasty for the last long time. Makes sense. Javonte Williams had a huge game. Huge game for Javonte Williams. 17 carries, 111 yards, average 6.5. Melvin Gordon played solid. Look at how many carries, dude.
Holy shit.
That's 38 carries between the running backs. Melvin Gordon got more carries. Javonte Williams still had more yards. A touchdown as well from Melvin Gordon. That is a scary backfield. That is a very good running back duo. 10 for 51. Not much for Zeke. Pollard was 4 for 11. Do you think the Lions claim OBJ and waivers? Fuck no, they better not. I'll be so pissed. Here's the thing. Dak is back. And they just laid an egg. This just happens in the NFL, honestly. Teams just lay eggs. That's why it's so difficult to bet on. That's why it's so difficult to make correct predictions.
Yeah, like the fucking Bills Jags.
Yeah, Bills Jags is insane. Nobody.
6
I can see people picking the Broncos here. I can see it. It's still not realistic, but I can see it. I can't see Bills Jags.
Yeah.
Like, what's going on here? But yeah, 30-16. Can you go to the Broncos stats here? I know Tim Patrick had a damn good game. Tim Patrick has a big game. Nothing more depressing than Cortland Sutton, one of my primary wide receivers in fantasy, getting 1 reception for 9 yards, bro. Can I help you? Albert Okwagabla-Gublin has 4 receptions and 25 yards, and you have 1 for 9? Why don't you fucking get... Eric Saubert, bro, I've never heard of you, and I'll never hear of you again, and you have the same amount of receptions and 3 less yards than Cortland Sutton. My fantasy team is so fucking pissed off. Kendall Hinton, who played quarterback last year, is 1 for 40, 6 for 69. Jared Judy's back, baby. And Tim Patrick, 4 for 85 and a touchdown. Yeah, that's just... It's a crowded wide receiver room. I think we're going to have to look into moving Cortland Sutton. Yeah, great game for the Broncos. I love to see it. And this is the Broncos that no longer have Von Miller, by the way. This is the Von Miller-less Broncos. I like to see it. They're 5-4. I think after they got off to such a hot start and then such a cold streak, I think I went from being way too high on them to being way too low on them. I think they are a above average football team in the NFL. I do not think they will go deep in the playoffs if they make it. Did you see Jonathan Taylor went for 33 fantasy points, and Nyheim Hines, literally the backup, went for 20.
Yeah, that's fucking...
That game was fucking sick.
Yeah.
Colts Jets was sick.
That was
Can we go to Colts
game.
Jets real quick?
That was a good game.
All right, and then one more game that we want to wrap up. And that's it for the really, like, what the fuck is going on games, at least from our perspective. Yeah. But this game was electric.
Yeah.
This was the most fun game of the week. We were having a blast. I had Colts minus 10.5. Parlayed with the over. One of the freest bets of my life. I'm so glad I went with it. It felt pretty safe almost the entire game. Other than the end where the Jets almost scored again and I would have lost the minus 10.5, but interception, so it all worked out. Either way, the over hit in damn near the first half. The over-under was 45 on this game, and the Colts smashed it on their own. Wentz looked great. 22 for 30, 272 yards, 3 touchdowns. Jonathan Taylor, God mode. 2 touchdowns. It makes me depressed that we took Barkley over.
And he was out for a little bit because he kind of hurt himself.
Yeah, so he would have had a lot more carries. Yeah. He took himself out for, like, I think the 6 carries that Hines had would have gone to Jonathan Taylor.
Yeah.
Nyheim Hines on 6 carries went for 74 yards and a touchdown. Chase, you started him in fantasy this week, right?
I fucking benched him.
Oh, wait, you benched him. You're bad. I'm just kidding. Yeah, Chase had Hines on the bench this week.
Yeah.
Tough.
It's fucking tough.
Sad times for Mike White, too.
Oh, yeah.
But, dude,
I forgot about
what's
that,
this dude's
man.
name? Is it Josh Johnson? Josh Johnson. What are the Jets? Can the Jets just pull good quarterbacks out of their ass now?
Seriously, what
Jared Goff could never imagine having that stat line. Not in his wildest fucking dreams.
Yeah.
And this is Josh Johnson. This is the 4th string. Joe Flacco, Zach Wilson, Mike White, Josh Johnson. What the fuck?
I feel so bad for Mike White, too.
I know, he was slinging.
Yeah,
except for 95 yards, a touchdown, he goes out.
Yeah.
Dude was literally ready to be Tom Brady.
Mike White to the Lions,
dude,
please?
Someone said the most generic names ever. Yeah, bro. They literally look like just like simulated fucking high school football players in High School Musical, dude.
Yeah.
Josh Johnson, get out there. Mike White, come here. You're out, buddy. You're dog shit. Johnson, we need you. But coach, I haven't played a snap. Johnson, we fucking need you. Right now, get your ass in there. 27 for 41, 317 yards,
For
3
real.
touchdowns.
Holy fuck, man. He popped off.
Guys goated. 4th string with that kind of stat line, bro. We can't have a 1st string QB do that on the Lions.
Yeah.
Most teams don't have a 1st string QB that can do that. I can name 15 NFL teams who don't have a 1st stringer who's going to have a stat line like that. That's crazy. Sounds like the Madden 20 face of the franchise. Honestly, what I just said out of my mouth is a better storyline than anything EA has ever cooked up in the last 5 years. Their storylines are so dog shit, dude. I hate it. Just let me have a career mode. All right, this is a tangent. That's it. It's not what we're talking about here. But yeah, this was literally one of the most fun games to watch for me. I thought it was so much fun. There's just a lot of scoring, so much shit going on. Elijah Moore had 2 touchdowns. Elijah Moore is I really like Elijah Moore too. I really like him. And then yeah, let's final one. Let's look at the Browns. Holy shit. 41 bomb? Somebody said Baker is freed. Now that OBJ is gone, Baker is freed, huh? Can you really say Baker is freed if he only completed 14 passes for 218 yards? The defense played incredible. Nick Chubb is the best running back in football right now because Derrick Henry's out. Nick Chubb is almost always the second best running back in football, in my opinion. I think a running back tier list or hierarchy would go Derrick Henry, Nick Chubb, Alvin Kamara.
I like that.
I think Kamara is a more rounded back than Nick Chubb, but in terms of raw talent, Nick Chubb is an actual god. And honestly, I think in a couple years, Nick Chubb will just be number one because I think Derrick Henry is going to lose steam at some point. I do love Nick Chubb. Either way, 14 carries, 137 yards, 2 touchdowns. You averaged 9.8. What the fuck? That's insane. I mean, Nick Chubb does not get nearly the volume that Derrick Henry has, and he still outputs crazy numbers. Like, Derrick Henry is always putting up 137, but that's on like 40 carries, bro.
Right.
And that I still think Derrick Henry's the best, but Nick Chubb is definitely second. Dalvin Cook is wow. That is a good point. There is still Christian McCaffrey and Jonathan Taylor. I think we just named the top 5 running backs in the league right now. Dalvin Cook probably sits at 6, at least so far this season. But where would you order them? Let's do a running back tier list. Let's do a running back tier. Fuck it, boys. All right, let me wrap this up. Browns, Bengals. Browns defense looked incredible. Donovan Peoples-Jones has been emerging as a really solid wide receiver. He's kind of been in the shadows behind like all the threats they have, but Odell's out of there, and Baker seems to like him. Peoples-Jones had a touchdown, 86 yards, 2 receptions. Njoku had a touchdown. I needed that early on my parlay, but whatever. Fuck you. Nick Chubb, huge game. Defense, huge game. And the Bengals just kind of blew it. The football is just weird. What else can you say? Football is just weird, bro.
I don't fucking understand it.